Hey folks, Prepper Princess. So today's video is going to be a real easy video, and it's going to be another 5 extreme cheapskate things that I do. So number 1, it is currently rodeo season, right? So all the rodeos happen in the summertime, early summer, all the way through late summer. One of the things that you guys can do if you enjoy the rodeo but don't want to spend $10 on parking and $15 a person to get in, plus $5 for a churro and $80 for a beer, you can go the night before the rodeo, and that gives everybody in the rodeo a chance to practice. So they go through essentially a live rodeo where there's announcers and the clowns are dressed up and all of the cowboys and cowgirls are in all of their full gear. Their horses, their bulls, everything is all being prepped and practicing for a live show. So it's just like having a real live show without the cost. The cool thing is that there are no parking fees when this happens. Also, my dog, he's down there. Sorry about that. So also, you'll get the chance to listen to the rodeo announcers practice what they do best. And if you think about it, it's really great. You can also bring and pack your own lunch. Well, usually when you go to a rodeo, it's no outside food and drinks, but not in this case. In this case, you can bring your own. Number 2, so if you like sports and you are an adult, okay, this does not work for children. Okay. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you? Can I help you, my boy? Sorry about that, guys. He's really wanting some attention right now. So this does not work for adults, but if you like sports and you don't either you don't have the time to commit on a weekly basis to playing a game, or you don't have the money to pay for a full season, that can sometimes range between anywhere from $50 to $500 depending on the sport. There's 2 things you can do. One is you can call the league and ask them to put you on a waiting list. And a waiting list, you don't have to pay, but a waiting list, what they'll do is if they have people who call in and don't show up and they don't have enough people to play that night, you'll be the first one that they call to ask you to come and play the game. It's sort of on call, but you know, if you don't really have that much to do on the nights that they play, it's a really good option. The second thing you can do, for instance, co-ed softball. So co-ed softball, you can do the same thing. You can call them ahead of time. You can be put on the wait list. But also, each night they have a game, you can go down to where they're playing the games, and there's usually a sign-up list. And the sign-up list is where it's just sort of like the on-call thing. You can sign up, bring your gear with you, and if there's a team that needs an extra player, you'll be the first one to be able to play. You don't have to pay for it, but it's a good thing. You don't have to commit to a weekly game, and you don't have to pay the huge amount of money. The third thing is garbage pick. Now, you guys saw how I just remodeled my living room, and I did some stuff. I mean, I looked around my room, and everything in this room is garbage picked or inherited. The desk was my mom's, the couch was garbage picked, the coffee table garbage picked, and then everything in here is essentially from the garbage. So don't be afraid to pick from the garbage. A lot of people talk about bed bugs, and they had mentioned that when I mentioned my couch. We don't really get bed bugs here. We do have issues with termites. So make sure if you bring in wood that there's not any wood boring holes. I mean, if you live in the California area, just make sure that there's no bed bugs or holes from wood boring insects. There we go. I said it correctly. So that you don't bring those into your home. That's definitely not something that you want to deal with. Number 4 is cover the ugly. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around the camera and just give you guys a really quick example. Okay, guys, so there's a couple of examples I've got here. So you guys know my TV, you saw it. I'm watching Thor Ragnarok on Netflix. So this is just an example of covering the ugly. I took this old plastic thing that you guys saw outside. Hold on. Sorry, guys, just a second. It's just a cheap plastic, old, dirty table. And I covered it with an old twin sheet. I don't have a twin size bed anymore, so I knew that the sheet would come in handy somewhere, and went ahead and covered it up. So that's covering the ugly. Another cover the ugly, an example is, you guys remember how I redid my kitchen remodel? Well, I covered the ugly wall with tile. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the 5th suggestion, so give me just 1 second here. Okay, guys, and the last suggestion I've got for you guys in these hot winter months is to make your own popsicles. So popsicles are super, super cheap and easy to make. You can do it with stuff you've already got in your fridge. This one is just orange juice that I just poured in the little thing. This one is some little milk. I've got a very little amount of milk left. This one is Slim Fast. I've had a little extra Slim Fast left from lunch. If you're going to be drinking chocolate milk, you might as well get a Slim Fast and add some protein. Why not? Just saying. But these come in really, really simple, small kits that you can get at your store, on Amazon, whatever. I'll go ahead and find one that's comparable and easy to use, and I'll put it in the link in the description box. But you don't have to spend a ton of money on treats for your kids during the summer months. I mean, these are what I had. These are literally the ones that I had as a kid. These were my mom's, and I still use them to this day. The milk ones I make for Rocky. I just make sure, disclaimer, if your dog is a chewer, these are the types of things that go inside of them. If you let him just give it to him, he's going to probably chew this whole thing up. So make sure that you hold on to it while he's, you know, biting it or licking it. And for those of you who keep asking, yes, the black mark on my thumb went away. Rocky kind of got me pretty good while we were playing, and it looks like it left a permanent scar. It left a big black thing on my nail, and then it moved its way up as it grew out, but my nails are back to normal. But anyway, that is beside the point. So these are my 5 other extreme cheapskate things that I do. I hope that that gave you some ideas. Don't ever let any of your food or drinks go to waste. If you do that, you're literally just flushing money down the toilet. So I hope that this helped, and look forward to my next video. It's probably going to be on how to make your own homemade air conditioner. Ooh, super cheap stuff. All right, do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.